beautiful night here at Northwest Stadium where the 5-2 Washington Commanders are leading 12-7 against the 4-2 Chicago Bears. We are just now nearing the end of the third quarter and we will find out if quarterback Caleb Williams can make a comeback in his hometown. Discussions have been ongoing to turn RFK Stadium into a home for the Washington Commanders, but some say the return on investment might not be worth it. We spoke to an economist and an advocate to hear their opinions. For roughly a third of DC residents, getting around without a car isn't a one-week challenge. It's every day. This campaign asks drivers to see what that's like and to rethink how DC can build a city that works better for us and our climate. You've heard of lawmakers debating policy, but tonight the real debate is over who has the better backhand. Now, this isn't just for bragging rights. Members of Congress are rallying for charity in the inaugural congressional pickleball match. On the National Mall, the Stars and Stripes served as the backdrop for something new in Washington. Lawmakers stepped onto the court, paddles in hand, to compete in a 2v2 pickleball tournament. The event is a partnership between the Trust for the National Mall and Congressional Sports for Charity, the same group behind the iconic congressional baseball game. The money raised supports National Mall preservation, local youth programs, scholarships, and families in need across DC.
Because whether it's baseball, women's softball, pickleball, or congressional football, sports unite us.
And on this night, unity was front and center. Participating lawmakers say it was a chance to show a different side of Congress.
Obviously, we have our differences, but let me tell you, the athletics that goes on, and thanks to the Congressional Sports Foundation, as well as the National Mall Trust, these types of things bring us together, make us closer, and definitely make us better represented.
Organizers hope this won't be a one-time match. Just like the baseball game, they want pickleball to become a new congressional tradition.
In terms of being able to build the relationships and get to know each other, it's one of the best parts of it has been being able to play some pickleball together.
And if you missed tonight, there's more to come. The congressional tournament kicks off a weekend-long celebration known as the National Mall of Pickleball, with courts, clinics, and demonstrations open to the public throughout the weekend. In Washington, I'm Ashley Robinson. Women's volleyball played a well-fought match against top-ranked A10 opponent Dayton. While the Revolutionaries didn't break Dayton's undefeated conference record, their intensity over 4 sets shows hope for the rest of the season. GW was looking for revenge after a tough 5-set loss to Dayton the night before, hoping to beat the Flyers for the first time in 11 years. The first set set the tone for an intense matchup. Both teams were firing back and forth and were tied 11-all midway, before GW went on a run to take command and win the first 25-21. But Dayton came back in the second set, taking the lead at 9-8 and never giving it up. The Flyers closed set 2 at 25-19. The third set was the closest of the match, featuring 14 ties and 6 lead changes. In a race to score the final 2 points, Dayton was victorious, edging out the Revs 25-23. And it was Dayton who pulled further ahead in the fourth set with an early 6-point lead. While the Revolutionaries closed the gap at 19-18 at one point, the Flyers closed out the day at 25-19 in the set and 3-1 on the day.
I obviously wish this one would have gone another way, but we played these guys tough. They're at the top of the conference right now, and so I have no doubts that the next time we see them at the end of the season, they're going to be putting up another really good fight, so excited for that.
Despite the loss, the Revs had several standout performances. Taylor Trahey led the team with 16 kills, Abby Markworth tallied 43 assists, and Alexis Rodriguez led 4 Revolutionaries with double-digit digs.
We are really statistically doing all the things that we set out to do at the beginning of the season. Now it's really about doing it when it really counts in those clutch moments. As you saw today, Dayton was able to capture a couple of those sets, really tight matches in those tight moments, being able to perform when we're under a lot of pressure.
Looking ahead, the Revolutionaries have about a month left of regular season play before they head into A10 tournament action. Back to you in the studio. I'm here at the new Brandywine Valley SPCA facility, the first shelter that doubles as an animal hospital in the District of Columbia. For many animals across DC, this shelter is the difference between uncertainty and a second chance. This $19 million, 30,000 square foot campus located at 4 DC Village Lane Southwest replaces the former New York Avenue shelter, a facility that struggled for years with overcrowding and limited medical space. The new shelter includes an ICU and expanded surgical suites, which will help shelter animals and family pets.
It's a huge step forward. The costs of veterinary care, like just about everything else, are increasing, and it provides a hardship for some pet parents. So to be able to provide low-cost veterinary care to district residents is huge.
To fight overcrowding, the new location nearly doubled its dog kennel capacity, from 74 kennels in the old facility to 128 in the new one.
Dogs are a huge part of the overcrowding at shelters, not just here in the district, but nationwide, particularly larger dogs. Length of stay is increasing, so being able to have that expanded capacity, particularly for dogs, is huge. We have more space here for cats as well, but dogs is really the critical area.
Even with the new space, BVSPCA says community involvement is still essential through volunteering, fostering, and donating.
We have volunteers that are here in the shelter helping walk dogs, helping socialize cats, but we also have volunteers that do laundry, wash dishes, help out at adoption events. We have volunteers too that write animal bios. So there's a lot of different ways for people to get involved in volunteering.
The adoption center is now open several days a week with medical appointments by phone. BVSPCA hopes the new facility not only expands care, but gives every animal a better chance at going home. As this facility opens its doors to pets and families across the district, staff hope it's the start of better outcomes for animals citywide. In Washington, I'm Ashley Robinson. Thanks, Mark. Men's basketball has campus excited for the season where they are currently undefeated at home and have a winning record away. Over Thanksgiving break, they competed in the Cayman Islands Classic, where they went 1-2, capturing a win over Middle Tennessee and losing in close contests to McNeese and Murray State. You can catch the Revs next at home on Saturday at 6 p.m. against William and Mary. Women's basketball had an even 1-1 showing in the Cayman Classic tournament, taking a win against Charlotte and facing an overtime loss against the University of Miami. This week, the Revs open up Atlantic 10 conference play against the Dayton Flyers at home in the Smith Center. Coming up for GW Athletics, women's track will kick off the indoor season later this week in the Virginia Wesleyan Invitational. And men's and women's swim and dive will return to the Smith Center against William and Mary on December 20th. Mark, back to you. Thanks, Mark. Men's and women's cross country came away with 2 fifth-place finishes at the University of Virginia Invitational. The men's squad was led by senior Austin Brodemarkle, who finished 12th overall, and the women were led by sophomore Hadley Mahoney, who took home 14th overall. Both teams will next return in Lehigh University's annual Paul Short Run. Men's soccer fell 2-1 in their first road conference match against St. Bonaventure. Graduate transfer Tommaso Lamy scored his first goal in the Buff and Blue before the Bonnies scored twice late in the second half. This sets the Revs at 2-6-2 overall and 0-2-0 in A10 play. Water polo swept their foes 3-0 in the start of conference play at home this past weekend. The team beat Bucknell 15-13, Mercyhurst 18-10, and Mount St. Mary's 19-13. These wins improved GW's record to 7-8. Women's tennis recently competed in the Blue and Gold Invite at Navy with top performances from Victoria Sasinka and Madison Lee, who went 3-1 and 2-2 in the singles A flight, and Sasinka and Solange Skeen, who went 1-1 in doubles. The team will next compete in Richmond's River City Open. Back to you in the studio.